Good morning, everyone. Dr. Carmen at your service. Itong topic po natin ay sana marinig po ni Senator Rodante Marcoleta at alam ko i-implement niya to. Ang aking hinihingi sana at alam ko all those people who are also giving solutions at hindi lang para mangpuna sa ating mga taong nasa gobyerno. Ito po ang aking recommendation na alam kong gagawin ito ni Senator Marcoleta. Dapat po sa corruption, hindi lang sa DPWH but across all government governance ay i-implement po, i-institutionalize po ang multi-pronged approach to solving corruption using a combination of strategies and interventions to address the complex and multifaceted nature of corruption. So, hindi lang po yan dapat nasa batas kasi ang totoo, may mga institutionalized na tayo na batas kaya lang hindi talaga heartily and speedily implemented. Ang multi-pronged approach to solving corruption may include legal and regulatory framework. Kaya po, ngayon ay gagawa or i-enhance po ni Senator Marcoleta through a bill that he will be crafting sa pag-strengthen ng legal and regulatory framework to strengthen the laws to prevent corruption, including anti-bribery laws, whistleblower protection, and freedom of information laws. Ang second po is institutional reforms. Strengthen institution such as anti-corruption agencies na in-institutionalize po ito ni PRRD pero tinanggal ni Marcos Jr. at saka judiciary and law enforcement to ensure that they are effectively implementing and strengthening the laws that are being passed. Transparency and accountability. Doon po sa aking dinownload ng around 9 o'clock ngayon umaga, sabi ko, dapat si Bunuan ay isuspende na niya ang mga regional directors, district engineers, and district or provincial directors na kung saan yung 60 na identified ghost projects ni Marcos Jr. ay dapat automatic nang isuspende ang mga signatories doon na nag-sign na na-implement, na-start or natapos na, lalo na yung mga natapos na kuno na project pero hindi naman talaga naumpisahan. At also, ang Commission on Audit ay neck to neck also na isuspende din ang mga COA auditors na nag-affirm or nag-confirm or nag-sign na yung project na yun ay tapos na, hindi lang yung DPWH. So, yan po ang multi-pronged na transparency and accountability approach. So, hold those public officials accountable for their actions. Ngayon, kung sa Japan naman po nangyari, dapat ang kabinete, the cabinet secretary should also be suspended. Tapos may tatalaga lang siguro na secretary si Marcos Jr. Public awareness and education. Educating the public about the negative impact of corruption and promoting a culture of integrity and accountability na may participation po, lalo na yung mga opposition sa mga projects na yan, na they will co-audit the projects. Whistleblower protection, who report corruption and providing them with adequate support and protection. Kasi baka yun pa ang tutugisin ng mga administrasyon. International cooperation, so we replicate and collaborate with international organizations and other countries to replicate best practices, coordinate efforts, and address cross-border corruption. Technology and innovation. Ito po ay In-institutionalize na rin ito ni PRRD, kaya lang tinanggal din yung geo picture para makita po ang progress ng project na inumpisahan. And of course, actual on-the-spot monitoring ng mga projects na supposedly na umpisahan na. Leveraging technology to increase transparency, automate processes, and improve accountability. Civil society engagement, yung sinasabi ko, na sana kasama yung ating mga barangay official, yung mga private persons na tingnan at isama sila doon sa pag-o-audit ng kanilang respective areas na titingnan kung ano na ang progress ng project na yan. So, siguro, isama na rin ang civil society organizations, media, and other stakeholders to promote transparency and accountability. The benefits of multi-pronged approach to solving corruption is so comprehensive. Na-address po niya ang multiple aspects of corruption, prevention, detection, and prosecution. At dapat sustainable po yung governance ng corruption na yan to create a long-term impact by addressing the root causes of corruption. At dapat hindi lang efficient kundi effective po na nag-i-increase ng livelihood of successful corruption prevention and prosecution. Of course, the last but not the least ay ang collaborative fosters effort na nag-cooperate ang different stakeholders including government, civil society, and the private sector to combat corruption and promoting a more transparent and accountable society. Now, ang uunahin po natin ay siguro top-down approach. Unahin po muna yung mga matataas na leadership na i-implement ang reforms na to kasi yung mga nasa ilalim hindi naman yan tatalima kung ang top level na management ay puro pagtuturo lang sa Duterte na mga kakulangan. And then after the top-bottom, bottom-up approach, empowering citizens and civil society, organizing to demand transparency. Community-based approach, of course, ang ating mga local government instrumentalities, ang ating barangay po, ang ating municipal leadership ay nandoon din pag-monitor at pag-report ng corruption, promoting transparency. Technology-driven dahil itong mga ito ay dapat nagsusubmit sila kung ano na ang progress. Sectoral approach, of course, the public procurement, natural resource management, ay nandoon din ang mga sectors ng ating lipunan to address this. Partnership-based approach, of course, na started din ito yung time ni President Pinoy na yung mga civil society ay nandoon at saka yung private, PPP. Public-private partnership ay nandoon din ang ating private sector to help out. At ito po yung kulang natin pagka tagal-tagal ang ating judiciary labas ng kanilang decision orders in order to investigate and prosecute corruption cases. And on the way na po yung legislative approach. Additionally, some other approaches is that yung asset declaration ng mga public officials at paano parang wala na yatang gamit yung bakit biglang lumubo ang mga assets ng congressman from, let us say, 200 million, naging 1.5 billion na ang kanyang asset. Siguro, yun din ang dapat gawin na ngayon ng ombudsman to find out bakit biglang lumubo ang mga to. And integrity packs, pero wala mangyayari ito kasi ang nangyayari ngayon parang tinatakot I also hope that President Marcos will really sit down together with the DPWH and GOA kung paano ba nila i-resolve yung mga signatories na yan sa mga ghost projects na dapat mas speed up ang suspension man lang nito habang ito ay nililitis or mabigyan within the quarter ng decision order sa administrative cases ng mga involved officials na to. Thank you for listening. Pasensya na po kayo, hindi ko talaga ma-abbreviate. Thank you, Senator Marcoleta. If somebody from your staff will be able to listen to these multi-pronged approaches on how all of the concerted efforts will be able to address corruption in the Philippines once and for all.